remember our first investors, who were US-based, and we had to go to the US to get our first investment, were sort of suspicious that you could build huge deep tech companies anywhere other than Silicon Valley, and I wanted to prove that that could be done. And we played our small part in making that easier now. And I agree with you, the environment's transformed completely from back 10, 15 years ago. I think it is a lot easier to start and grow very difficult and very meaningful deep tech companies. So, it's been great to see that, and I think there's a huge opportunity from here. And I also agree with you that we have to be open to talent from internationally, and I think the UK does really well on that. So, you mentioned Babbage in your opening remarks. He's a great hero of mine. But the UK has always had a rich science and tech heritage. How do you think we can sort of build on that into the future? And people like Alan Turing, it's amazing, and Ada Lovelace, amazing history we have on AI specifically, actually, computer science in general.
Yeah, I mean, and it goes even broader than that. I mean, you think about the Industrial Revolution. I mean, just the number of inventions that happened here, right? Whether we all kind of obviously know about steam and then forerunners of electricity, but mechanizing textiles, a new process to make steel, and you go on and on. I think even the lawnmower was invented during that period, right? So that's our heritage. I think actually the slightly kind of the more interesting things that I think about going forward are twofold. One is our approach to regulation. I think always when it comes to technology and new businesses, there's balance to be struck between regulation that supports innovation but puts appropriate protection in place. And I just think the UK has a track record of getting that balance right, and not everyone does. But I think the other thing, which probably is only going to become more important, is the fact that we're also a global powerhouse when it comes to the creative side of things. And the creative industries in the UK are going like gangbusters. I mean, growing twice as fast as the economy. You think the amount of awards we're winning, post-production, pre-production, you name it. I mean, this is a creative industries powerhouse, and not just film and TV, but everything on advertising, marketing, and all the rest, gaming, as you mentioned. And actually, I just think as technology infuses the creative industries far more than it has in the past, again, that just plays to our strengths, because there are very few countries, if any, which punch at the way that we do when it comes to creative industries, and I think that is a unique strength that we have, actually.
Yeah, I agree. And just going back to what you said earlier, also it's just about having the ambition to play at that global stage. I think that's something all the entrepreneurs in the audience can do more of. And again, I think probably something you learned over at Stanford and Silicon Valley, and I've been learning as well since interacting with Google. And just we have all the ingredients here. We've got amazing world-class universities, incredible talent pool, incredible heritage. We've just got to go for it.
Yeah, I think that's right. It's about confidence, right? It's about ambition, having the confidence that you can realize those ambitions. And success breeds success. Your example, DeepMind example, will hopefully inspire others. Maybe here today, and when we're here in a couple of years' time, we'll be celebrating the next DeepMind. That's how this is meant to work, right?
Exactly. So AI is obviously a huge strength for the UK, but of course we're also very good at many other technologies too. What other things excite you?
So I think if I think about the big growth industries in tech, AI, semiconductors, we talked about engineering, biology, quantum, those are probably the tech sectors that I think we need to make sure we're well positioned for, and I believe we are. Of all of those, I think probably life sciences is the one that is particularly exciting. And yes, we have Europe's biggest life sciences industry. We've got an incredible research base. But you saw during the pandemic, not only were we able to create a vaccine here, we also had a regulator that meant that we were the first place to approve a vaccine as well. And it showed the agility that I think the UK is known for. And then you combine that with the unique strengths we have with the biobank and genomic sequencing. I mean, this probably better than me, so it'd be interesting to get your perspective. When I talk to people around the world, that's an asset, the biobank, and it's 500,000 high-quality database, and our strength in genomic sequencing, it doesn't exist anywhere, right? So when you think about drug discovery or how to push the boundary of what's possible in health, combined with what you've done at AlphaFold, that seems to me to be incredibly exciting. But this very well.
Sure. I 100% agree with you. I think that is the most exciting opportunity, both commercially and also for the good of the world, is what we like to call digital biology. I mean, the advent of a new era where you can do a lot of the exploration work in silico with things like AlphaFold. And we spun out a new company called Isomorphic to sort of build on AlphaFold. AlphaFold finds the structures of proteins, but that's only one small part of drug discovery. But I think that AI technologies and computational technologies are going to revolutionise drug discovery and healthcare over the next decade. So we're well positioned, I think, in the UK to take advantage of that.
Yeah, and it's what you were saying earlier. It's the application of things like AI to all these other industries, and it so happens that we're pretty good in some of these other areas. So when you put those strengths together, I think great things can happen here that are not just good for the economy, right? As you said, it's great, creates jobs, creates prosperity, but these are things that can transform society. I mean, that's what's incredibly exciting.
Fantastic. Great. Well, I think we got a few questions from the audience.
Yeah, so we got some time to take some questions from the audience as well. So let's crack on. Who's got some questions?